The Bison Basketball Show with NDSU head coaches Dave Richman and Jory Collins. The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
Hey, Bison Nation. Welcome on into our Bison Basketball Show along with NDSU men's basketball head coach Dave Richman. I'm Sam Neidermann. Great to have you along with us. And, Coach, back at it, rolling through the month of February. Good to see you this morning.
Yeah, it is. It's crazy. We're already 2 games into February, and I mentioned it to the guys. Probably my second most favorite month of the year, just as we round in the best month of the year, and that's March. And, you know, again, I think our guys, I know, our guys are making some progress. Sometimes that doesn't always show in the results. There clearly is a better version of ourselves out there, and that's important. In February, we find that.
Well, Coach, we certainly got 2 great college basketball games last week. Let's walk back to them. Starting Thursday in Brookings against NDSU. You know it's going to be a tight one when it's the Bison and the Jackrabbits, and that's exactly what we got.
I think you're starting to see the gray hairs pop up in my beard and definitely in my head. But you're right. I mean, from a college basketball fan's perspective, from a coach's perspective, it's everything you sign up for. Now, we got a split, which is good, but it's not great, and we're in this for greatness. But Thursday night, our guys gave terrific effort. We've talked about being able to respond from adversity, and we haven't done that in the past. And I thought Thursday was a step in that direction, where we were smacked with some adversity to start the second half. Obviously, when they hit a big shot to force overtime, but our guys responded, and Noah made a big tip in regulation. We were able to get that last stop, and just a terrific win for our guys and for our program, and something that we need to build off of.
Coach, looking back at that game, there were plenty of moments throughout, and multiple guys contributed in their own different way. I was watching it back the other night. That first half, Derek Doucette getting on the loose ball in the front court almost seemed like the spark that really spurned a big run there.
I said that too in a couple different ways, shapes, and forms, and that's got to be us, and that's who Derek is for us right now. And I thought we fed off of that energy, that effort that he played with. We've got to make that more of a habit. We've got to make that more consistent across the board with all of us. You look at, yeah, there's some beautiful shots and there's some execution of plays and all those things, but what wins in February, what wins in March, you know, what helps build that identity, what helps you win road games? It's that grit, it's that toughness, it's being on the floor for loose balls, it's cleaning up defensive possessions, and Derek certainly set the tone for us on Thursday night.
You look at that final sequence, Coach, you mentioned it, Noah Feddersen with the tip-in to eventually have the game-winning bucket with 1 second to go in overtime, and then to get the stop at the other end after they advanced the ball and hang on there for the 1-point victory. How clutch was Noah there to stick with it and finish that play, and then the defense, which was really good all night long.
Yeah, I mean, it's clutch. You kind of, as a coach, you just roll with your gut a little bit, and we let him play. Damari hit Bo took a shot. You know, I thought it was a decent look for time and scoring situation, and Noah just put himself in the right position. But again, go back to Derek. Derek was right there too, and you know, I don't have the numbers, but it seems like a lot of times it's not the first initial shot or the initial action that beats you. It's that offensive rebound, and credit our guys. They put themselves in a position to execute down the stretch, and that's part of that execution, being in the right spot at the right time.
Coach, you also look at the bench of that game. Multiple players stepped up. Jakari White hit some big shots throughout. Lance Waddles really stepped up and delivered.
I thought Jakari was big all weekend. I thought he was great Thursday. I thought he made some big-time plays Saturday afternoon up at North Dakota. And really proud of Lance. Lance has been out of the lineup, but he's been terrific in practice, his attitude and his effort. And he responded with some big-time shots and some big-time moments. And I think that was good for Lance. That was good for our program to see Lance deliver in heat of the moments, you know, quote-unquote heavy pressure situations. And again, as we as a staff look to go forward, those stick in your mind as far as execution in big moments. And we're going to need Lance down the stretch like we're going to need everybody.
Coach, looking at this past weekend, one player reviewing both games that really stood out was Morgs. What he was able to do early against NDSU, get some post touches established, made some big free throws at OT, and then at UND, man, did he battle down low. What can you say about what he did this weekend?
Yeah, Morgs is a man, and I think that's the biggest thing, and he's coming into his own and finding that, you know, maturity, that consistency, being able to execute on the defensive end and not be a liability there. And he'll be the first to tell you, too, that he left some plays out there. You know, we're not finishing great around the rim. a couple free throws here and there. And that's the encouraging part. Like, we're making strides, but yet we're not the best version of ourselves yet. But I'm extremely proud of Morgs. I mentioned this too on some other platforms where there were just some timeouts, some media timeouts in the huddle where Morgs' voice was heard. And he's a man, he's a mature man, and he's got a voice and an understanding that carries in the locker room, in the huddles, and that's important for us.
Coach, there's been a lot of focus on the defensive end of the floor over the last few weeks. What did you feel like you guys were able to accomplish and improve on there in the SDSU and UND games?
Well, I thought we were really, really good in the half court in both of those games defensively, and now it just seems like one thing or another. Right now we're not finishing very well around the rim, and then that's leading to some break opportunities for our opponents, and that's where we got to get cleaned up. When you miss those finishes right there at the rim, it almost triggers that first pass to the opponent's offense and leads to some pretty easy buckets for them. And so, again, like, we got to get better. We got to continue to get better. We got to, as coaches, help put our guys in positions to be successful. And once our guys get there, they care. It matters to them. They're going to continue to execute at a higher and higher level. And when we do those on both ends of the floor, that's going to continue to work towards that best version of ourselves.
Well, we're back at home this week, Coach. Got a couple inside the shack, Kansas City and Omaha, so we've seen the league one cycle through. Back half of league play begins. You look at Kansas City, won a hard-fought double overtime game at their place the last time we played them, and then Omaha lost in a close one in overtime at their place as well. What do you see from those first matchups that you're looking to adjust and improve on to make sure you get both focused?
Well, clearly two tough opponents that are coming into our place, teams that are big, they're physical, they play that brand. But I think, again, no disrespect to Kansas City or Omaha, but this is about Bison basketball. We can talk about a lot of things. I think we're gaining some traction, some physicality, some understanding, but we got to be better at home. We've left a couple home games on the table, and we need to respond. And I go back to Thursday in Brookings and Saturday up north, where a crowd made a big difference. And we just want to, on this platform, on this stage, encourage our fans to get out and support. That creates that atmosphere that makes college athletics what it is, so fun.
Cannot wait, Coach. It's going to be fun Thursday night against Kansas City, Saturday afternoon against Omaha. Always appreciate it, Coach. We will talk to you soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sam. Go Bison.
Go Bison.
Better starts with convenience. Better starts with trust. You can trust that your pre-approval is guaranteed on closing day, which is one less thing to worry about. Better starts with saving you money. No ATM fees and no minimum balances mean how you spend your money is up to you. Because at Gate City Bank, better starts with you. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Champions work hard and champions play hard, but none of it happens without the rest and recovery that comes from a good night's sleep. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is the official sleep partner of the NDSU Bison, and just like the Herd, they're a proud company founded in North Dakota with North Dakota values and tradition. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is a third-generation company now at the showroom in Fargo, offering premium mattresses to help you take your sleep seriously. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems, located on 13th Avenue. You're going to love sleeping with us.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
A better way of life is better days off and better nights in. Better hellos and better goodbyes. With locally approved, financed, and serviced home loans, Gate City Bank makes buying a home simple. Welcome home. Gate City Bank, for a better way of life.
Welcome back to the Bison Basketball Show, along with NDSU women's head coach Jory Collins. I'm Sam Neidermann, and Coach Collins, always a pleasure. Great to have you in, and a couple of good rivalry games this past week. Ended up coming away with the split, and on we move in conference play.
Yeah, two big games last week, and obviously would have loved to get them both done. Thursday with the Jackrabbits coming in was a great basketball game. Was really proud of how our team competed. Came back from, I think, an 11-point deficit there late in the game. Just a couple of situations in the last 90 seconds. I think we had it tied up, and a couple mistakes defensively, bad turnover offensively, and against a team of that caliber, that's about enough. But great learning experience for our team. In those situations, that's something as a youthful team we need to learn from, those end of game and how we can handle those, and hopefully we can grow from it.
No doubt about it. It was an awesome crowd in here in the Shack on Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, the best one of the year for us, and just a great environment. We had two great environments to play in this weekend, and that I love it for our players that they get to show up and go out and showcase their talents and who they are as people in front of great crowds is, big reason you do this.
Well, Thursday, obviously not the result we were looking for. Good competitive game. You've got to flip the script, though, quick turnaround, because you're going on the road to take on UND in their barn. So take me through, Coach, what was that 24-hour period like, flushing it and getting ready on Friday for a good performance?
Yeah, I would tell you, I was upset we didn't win Thursday night, and then I got home that night and watched the film, and I was even more upset because I felt like we let one get away there. And so I was a little irritated all day on Friday, and they were too. Our players were too. And since that, we watched that last 2 minutes. Normally we wouldn't take the time to watch the previous night's game, getting ready on a one-day turnaround, but we did talk about it. And I think we just had a mindset. Yes, it was UND in a rivalry game Saturday, but I think we were going to be ready to play for any team. I think we were just really chomping at the bit to get back out there, get back on the horse and compete again, after that bad taste in your mouth Thursday night. And they were focused up Saturday. I thought we came out in another great environment there and just played a good basketball game.
Yeah, it certainly was. 101-85, the final score. UND had its runs in this game, Coach, but it seemed like every time they were about to maybe eke their way back into it, your team had a response, whether it be a big bucket or a big stop.
Yeah, you're exactly right. We expected it to be a really hard-fought game. It always has been against those guys. They have some tremendous competitors on their team. But we were just fortunate on Saturday to have, answers. Elle Evans obviously had a fantastic game. Heaven Hamling had a fantastic game. But, our freshman group really came in and provided some production for us up and down the lineup where it just allowed us to, respond to those runs. And if I would say one thing about our team that I'm maybe most proud of this year, it's how they've responded to situations that maybe haven't gone our way. Bad game in November or December. We've always come back and practiced really hard the next day and given our best effort the next time out. And, they did that again on Saturday.
You mentioned Elle, and we've been talking about her every single week, but it just seems like she tops whatever she does the previous week. 7 threes on our home floor here. Well, let me go out and do 33 and 10 on the road against UND. How good was she on Saturday?
Terrific. I mean, we do talk about her a lot, but deservedly so, because she's just been, spectacular for us here in the last month. And, we talked about, what's kind of changed with her. I really do think it's just her mentality. I think she's very confident in who she's becoming as a person and a player. And she's just being really assertive when she gets out there. I think she thinks she's going to make every shot, which is a great feeling to have as a scorer. But she continues to impact the game on the defensive end. 10 rebounds the other day, block shot, steals, all those kind of things as well. So to have her in heaven as a 1-2 punch, you feel pretty good going into most games that, we're going to have the ability to score. So we're going to be able to get enough stops. And they were both really, really great Saturday.
Bench points against UND, 30-14 advantage. You mentioned how some of your freshmen were able to contribute too. How big is that moving forward for them to go out there, chip in, and also do it on the road here in a conference game?
Yeah, well, I think as a young player and you're kind of getting into the dog days of conference play where, it's February now. We've been at this for a while. There's usually a chance for a freshman to plateau. And for them to go out and make a big contribution I think that just does nothing but build confidence. And so hopefully the rest of this month they can continue to become confident in who they are and continue to impact our team.
Looked like a pretty fun celebration in the locker room on Saturday as well.
It was. I mean, it's your in-state rival. You get to beat them on your home floor. That's worth celebrating.
Absolutely. Now we got Kansas City and Omaha coming up. Going to be back out on the road. Two teams that we took care of here in our own building. So what's the focus to try and get the sweep?
Yeah, this is our last kind of double road trip out on the road Thursday and Saturday, so it's a long one. We were able to beat them both times here, but those were not easy basketball games whatsoever. I don't think we scored a basket against UMKC in the first quarter. We need to do better than that on the road, obviously. And Omaha was missing a couple kids who they now have back. So these are going to be two different teams. UMKC is playing a lot better basketball than they were when they were here last time. We're going to have to be at the top of our game to get 2 wins this week.
Well, looking forward to it, Coach. Safe travels. Best of luck as always, and thanks for the time.
Okay, thank you, Sam.
Coach Jory Collins of NDSU Women's Basketball here with us on the Bison Basketball Show.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative. PetroServe USA, helping America feel better. Call today.
This is Jack. Jack has a debit card from Gate City Bank. Jack likes to use his debit card because he earns points for every dollar he spends. When these points add up, they're redeemable for thousands of different rewards, like travel, cash back, or gift cards to his favorite restaurant. Whatever Jack chooses, he can earn rewards he loves just by using his debit card. So be like Jack and earn points today at gatecity.bank/enroll.
Champions work hard and champions play hard, but none of it happens without the rest and recovery that comes from a good night's sleep. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is the official sleep partner of the NDSU Bison. And just like the Herd, they're a proud company founded in North Dakota with North Dakota values and tradition. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems is a third-generation company now at the showroom in Fargo, offering premium mattresses to help you take your sleep seriously. Accord Comfort Sleep Systems, located on 13th Avenue. You're going to love sleeping with us.
Welcome back into the Bison Basketball Show. Sam Neidermann along with NDSU women's basketball freshman Avery Koenen. And Avery, so nice to have you here on the show. Freshman year here with the Bison, and we're already into February. How's it been going for you here, your first year in college basketball?
It's been so much fun, just getting to hang out with the team, getting to play in these home games, and just travel with everyone. It's just been such a fun experience. So.
Well, you guys have been rolling here as of late, coming off a fantastic win against UND, 101-85 the score. First, congratulations. What was the celebration like in the locker room? I saw the pictures afterwards, and it looked like it was an awesome reaction to a great rivalry win.
Yeah, we were all so excited, just yelling and screaming. When Jory walked in, we were pretty hyped, hitting the lockers, and so it was a really fun memory to have.
What was it like going on the road and playing that well offensively? You guys hit triple digits against a rival in their home floor and put together one of your best scoring outputs of the year.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, we're a very good offensive team to start with, but it was definitely fun to be in that atmosphere and just be able to play that well on a road game. They had a lot of people there, big crowd, so it was really fun to be able to perform that well for our team.
That was awesome, Avery, seeing not only you, but your teammates as well clean up on the glass. You guys had a 40-31 rebounding advantage. You were able to get a few key O boards in there. What can you say about this team's ability to win on the glass and to create second chances like you guys did?
Yeah, I think when you have girls with our athleticism and our height, and just like our will to go get the ball, it just really creates a lot of second chance opportunities for everyone. And it takes a lot of grit to go get those rebounds. So I think we have that.
Well, you mentioned the height. You're at 6'2", Abby's at 6'2", Elle is a tall guard at 6 foot plus. Well, what kind of dimension does that give you guys? And is it kind of fun to be out there on the floor knowing, hey, I can look to my left, I've got a teammate who's got similar qualities in terms of the physicality that we can bring to the table?
Yeah, it's definitely so nice having other tall girls out there. It definitely makes it hard for other teams to get rebounds and even get shots off when you have shot blockers in there, things like that. So
I want to go into a little bit of your background before coming to NDSU. You're from Montevideo, Minnesota. We were just talking about it beforehand. Small town. Tell me a little bit about Montevideo and what it was like coming from there here to Fargo.
Yeah, it's completely different. I tell everyone we have 3 stoplights and that's about it. We have 1 on-ramp, so it's a super small town. There's not really much to do, but we kind of just go to the local gym and hang out. A lot of us do. I liked growing up in a small town. It gives you a chance to get to know a lot of the people and form those relationships for sure. So I enjoyed it.
That's awesome. But I imagine it probably helped too, coming here to NDSU, Fargo being pretty close, being close to home and having family and friends being able to support too.
Yes, it's so nice. They're quick drive up north for sure. I've been able to have a lot of people, family and friends come and watch games. And that was a big part of me coming here. It's a very close place for me to come. So it's been nice.
What do you remember about your first visit here to NDSU, meeting Coach Jory Collins and getting to know the program?
Yeah, I remember being super nervous, but the coaches were just great. I think that was one of the biggest things for me. I remember coming and watching practice and just getting to sit down and talk to everyone. And shortly after my visit, I knew that it was the right fit for me. So it was a great time.
In high school, you played multiple sports. You played volleyball and you also ran track. How does that translate and how do you think that's helped you kind of moving to be a Division I athlete?
Yeah, I mean, I really never had an off season in high school. I was going from sport to sport, but volleyball, it definitely helps with like jumping and being able to move quickly around the net side to side in volleyball. So it definitely helps in basketball. And then track, just quickness. And I was a big jumper again in track. So a lot of that has to come with just athleticism and being able to jump and move well. So it's definitely helped a ton.
Middle blocker in volleyball, I imagine?
Yes.
There you go.
Yeah.
I can see.
Uh-huh.
Well, last one here for you, Avery, as you guys move forward throughout conference play. What's the mindset of this group as you guys continue to drive and contend for a championship in the Summit League?
I know we have obviously high goals in the Summit League to hopefully win at the end, but just keep working hard and improving week by week and taking it one game at a time, just being competitive and playing how we play and doing the best that we can each week.
Well, certainly looking forward to seeing you guys rock and roll here down the stretch. Avery, appreciate the time. As always, pride of Montevideo, Minnesota, Avery Koenen, always a pleasure to have on the Bison Basketball Show.
There's something new near NDSU. First Western Banking Trust now has a location on the Bison block, right where you need them to be.
Introducing our newest location, right across from campus. Same great service and same great people you can count on. First Western Bank and Trust. You can bank on us.
Teamwork, talent, dedication, leadership. These values build community, improve lives, and make a difference every single day. For you for our neighbors, for our community, for a better way of life. Gate City Bank.
PetroServe USA gets the job done, giving you a peace of mind for all your propane needs. We provide scheduled home delivery, competitive pricing, and expert customer service from our knowledgeable techs. Call or go online today to learn more about our propane services and how convenient it is to order and pay online at PetroServeUSA.com. Your member-owned cooperative, PetroServe USA, helping America fuel better. Call today.
Send your weather-related photos or video to the WDAY Storm Tracker team. Contact weather@wday.com or share them with us on Facebook and Instagram. Keeping an eye on the sky. The WDAY Storm Tracker team.
Let's take a look at our Summit League standings. All right, Bison Nation, that'll be it for this week's edition of the Bison Basketball Show. A big thank you to Avery Koenen, Coach Richman, and Coach Collins for joining us as always. We got two great games here for you inside the Shack on the men's side of things. Thursday's game against Kansas City will be televised on WDAY, and then Saturday's game against Omaha will be on WDAY Extra. We will see you guys next time. For our entire crew, I'm Sam Neidermann. Go Bison.
The Bison Basketball Show is presented by Gate City Bank for a better way of life. And Pepsi.
This has been an exclusive presentation from Learfield.